Welcome to the replay. Today is June 5th and we are going to continue working on Summer's journal. We started August yesterday, and so today we're going to finish up the monthly spreads and move into the weekly spreads. Let me just get everything set up here. Hey Elizabeth, welcome here everyone. Thank you for joining. I'm just starting up here, so I haven't done anything yet, but we are going to continue working on this little garden tea party theme. Hello, hello. And we had done most of the monthly pages, but we still need to do her budget finance tracking page. And again, I'm just going to keep this page pretty simple and just kind of dive right in so that we can move on quickly to the weekly spreads. Finances. And then where's my little ruler? 6 and 7. There's my itty bitty black fine liner. And then we're gonna have to vote on a weekly layout once I'm done with this page. Amount. Oh, I should have just put a $sign. I'll do that for the future months, but okay. And then what little doodles shall I put there? Might just do a little sprig of leaves and get this one done real quick and then move on to the weekly spreads. Hey Rachel, welcome here you guys. Thank you for joining. Also Lisa, if you are here, Lisa who ordered a journal from me, I do want to pack up your journal tonight. I'm gonna do it whenever you're here. So just let me know if you're already here and then we can pack up your journal. But okay, let's choose some weekly spreads. I'm gonna go over to Pinterest and get searching here. Weekly spreads. Perfect. I need to do more organizing on my bullet journal board because the only section that I have is my weekly spread section, but I feel like I need to split it up by like theme ideas, cover layouts, weekly spreads, and then other layouts or something like that. But Anyways, let me think here. So we haven't done any weekly spreads in Summer's journal. I know we just did, well, I should actually just look at the ones that we voted on for our most recent weekly spreads to see if any of those would be a good fit. Okay, so this is the one that we ended up doing for our most recent weekly spread in a different journal. So I feel like this one is always a great option. This one just works so well. Oh, let me remind myself though, Summer wants a few different, brain dump. Okay. Every week she wants sections for shopping, notes, and next week. So as we're looking at weekly spreads, we really need to keep in mind that it has to have room for 3 separate boxes. Most of the journals that I've been doing recently have only requested 1 or 2. So we'll need to specifically look for weekly spreads now that have room for 3. So this one wouldn't work as well for that, unfortunately. We could definitely fit 2 over here, but fitting 1 up here would leave a very small space for, it would still work. It would still work. We could do the title like August and then like a doodle underneath and then her 3rd section over here. So this one would still work. This one would definitely work. This one also would work. So I might just keep those ones in the rotation so that I don't need to completely start from scratch with looking for weekly spreads. I'm going to delete some of these other pictures though, because it's just getting crowded. Okay, Pinterest, where are you? So one more weekly layout that would work well with this theme and would have room for 3 boxes. So that kind of rules out any of these ones that just split the page into quadrants, which I typically use those a lot. So we'll have to be a little bit more creative finding ones with all the space that we need. Okay. Yeah, like this kind of thing, super cute, but no room for all the different boxes that she wants, unfortunately. But let's see what we can find. I feel like this one works. I can do 1 over here, 2 over here, and then still have room for a title, something like that. That's really all that we need to vote. And is there a moderator available for a vote right away? Or a poll? Let me know. If there is any moderator. Oh, Paige, hey. Oh, and Alex. Okay, cool. Would one of you guys mind putting up a 4-option poll? And we can vote on it. We're going to vote on a weekly spread. I'm doing well, Paige. How are you? Okay, so these are the 4 options. Let me just, so the theme this month is this little garden tea party, and we need to find a weekly spread that fits 3 sections as well as a title and doodles. So with this one, we would have a title and doodles up here, 1 section over here for like next week or notes or shopping list. Those are her 3 sections. And then we'd split that into 2 and have 2 sections down here. That's option number 1 for our weekly layout. Option number 2 is to do this style of layout, like title up here, 1 section, 2 section, 3 section. So we definitely have room. Option number 3 is this one here. There's actually 8 days on this one. So we would have 2 of our different sections over here and probably 1 down here, and then we'd keep the title and doodles up where that is. And then this is option 4. So the days of the week kind of in the middle of the page, title and doodles, 1 section, 2, 3. Those are our options. Let me just quickly swipe through them one more time. This is 1. This is 2. Okay, 4. Cool. Sounds good. Let me just get my iPad so that I can see both TikTok and the photo that we just picked. Perfect. Let's go over here. Okay, and let's see, August. So we have to include this whole week. I never like leaving people without like a couple of days. So we're gonna be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weekly spreads. And I've got to figure out the spacing that we do for this one. Oh, thanks, Paige. I'm glad you like the theme. I was pretty on the fence about it yesterday, but I do like it. Oh, I forgot to turn on one of my lights. Does that make, oh, that definitely makes a difference. That's why it looks so different over here. Okay. Well, I know that I want to start 5 centimeters, so 10 dots in from the side. So I'm just going to mark that on every page in a light gray. Aw, thank you guys. Man, I needed you guys here last night to hype me up. I was not feeling the theme last night. It's just, I feel like I'm much more confident at just doing like individual doodles kind of isolated from their context, you know, like, so that I don't need to think about, you know, like perspective and the size of one thing compared to another and having them at different angles and whatever. Like, that is just not my forte, thinking about all those different components. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that is all of them. Emily, oh, thank you. This is a custom order from Summer that we just started yesterday. So this is the first theme in here, but it is a 12-month journal. So we'll be doing all 12 months on TikTok Live over the next few weeks. Yeah. Thank you very much. Okay, and let me figure out, so I need 4 boxes on this side. So 15, 16. Okay, that works. But to do that, okay, I'm going to keep using gray to mark actually. Okay, so I need 0 and then 4.5, 9, 13.5, and then another 4.5. Yes. Perfect. Oh, thank you, Emily. I go live pretty much every weekday. I don't go live on the weekends normally. But tomorrow, I often don't do a Friday live because weekend evenings I like to use for family time. But tomorrow I'm thinking I might go live in the afternoon instead. My baby, and I don't want to jinx it, but he has been napping so much better in the afternoons, like actually giving me a 1.5 to 2 hour, sometimes even more. Like today was more like 2.5. And the reason why I never do afternoon lives is because I can never count on having anything more than like 25 minutes because his naps are so unpredictable. But he's been doing really well this week. So I'm thinking I might attempt an afternoon live tomorrow instead of just not doing any more lives until Monday, because I feel like we're just getting momentum with this journal and I would love to have at least one more crack at it before the weekend. All right, let's start drawing out our boxes. Oops, that one was not supposed to start at the top actually. I always used to do this layout with 3 and 3 and combine the weekend. I was gonna try doing it with 4 and 3 like the picture has, but now I already messed up on my first box. So maybe I will just switch to 3 and 3. How could I keep the spacing I already have? 15, 16, 17. Oh yeah, I could just keep, okay, I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna stick with what I'm used to doing and do 3 and 3. Oh, you did, Jess? Yay, you're gonna love them. Yeah, that's like, that is the one shortcoming of the Crayola Super Tips, in my opinion, is just like no colors that are really like light enough to use as like a subtle shadow or a highlight for something, you know? So it's kind of nice to just supplement with a few extra colors. Nice, Alex. Oh, cool. Do you have the same Ohuhu ones as me? The Poupée? I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced. But water-based, they call them their paper-friendly markers or something like that. Oh, thank you, AM. So far, Megan, pretty much just draw lines. I did a super quick finance tracker. Very, very simple. She's got 2 extra. Normally I cap the monthly spreads at 4, but now that my journals are bigger, I decided to just go with it when she asked for 2 extra. So I'm just going to try to keep them simple so that I can keep keep moving at the same pace and not add a bunch of extra time for adding those extra pages. So yeah, we just did a super quick finance tracker. Okay, so I'm thinking that must have been, because I know the ones that Ohuhu used to use. You should tell me if these are them, Jess. Because like these are the most, these ones are from Shuttle Art, but they look exactly like the original Ohuhu water-based markers and like so many other brands. Is this what they're like? But maybe black. Like some brands use the white version of this, some use the black version. For the titles in August, I used this Pentel Fude Touch brush sign pen. Bit of a mouthful. But it's from the 2020 collection that has like mostly soft sort of pastel-ish colors, which I really like. Hey Patty, how are ya? Okay, but do they look the same as the one I just held up? Can you tell? Like, so they've got kind of like the ridge around here like this, and then one end is a fine tip, and the other end is like, it's not the same type of brush tip as a Tombow, but it's a brush tip. And usually they have like this little picture here. In Calgary. Patty, remind me of where you're from again. I mean, if you're comfortable sharing that, you don't have to, but. Okay, they do look the same. How do you like them? Because does anyone else have markers like that too? The dual tip brush markers that are like, I don't mean this in a bad way, but they're just kind of generic, like Shuttle Art, Ohuhu. I can think of like a bunch of different brands who kind of use the exact same markers and just put their logo on them. Shuttle Art now has their own formula, but or not Shuttle Art, sorry, Ohuhu, but that is a very recent development as far as I know. Okay, I need to redo my spacing now that I changed my mind. I just need to go draw little tick at 6 and 9 on every page. Oh, Toronto. Wow, that is commitment for a first birthday. 6 and 12, sorry, I said 6 and 9. The reason I ask is because as I'm planning out my journal kits, like I'm trying to find a good marker supplier, and like every marker supplier that I find makes those same markers, and that's pretty much it. And like I have a pack, I don't mind them at all. They are admittedly lower quality than Tombow, but I don't want to be paying $5 a marker for the journals in the journal kit. You know, like that's just going to drive up the price like crazy for you guys. So I want something affordable. And those have been like the best option to come across my path so far. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure what else to do. Basically, that is like the only option that any suppliers have unless you order like thousands of packs. And I am just not at that level as a solo gal. But nice, Patty. I've been to Calgary my fair share of times. Haven't been recently though, actually. Oif. See, that's why one of my pieces of advice for drawing straight lines is not to let your hand go off the paper. I'm going to turn my book around to do the top line for the rest of these, because that line was not even close to being straight. Yeah, at this point, I feel like that's kind of my only option for markers in the journal kits. And yeah, to be honest, I kind of have mixed feelings about them. Like I said before, I would love to just like send Crayola super tips with you guys because I think they're the best beginner markers, but then I would have to be, you know, buying them at Walmart. Like I can't get them wholesale. I'm not a big retailer, and so it makes way more sense for you to just go get them from Walmart so that it doesn't like, you know, increase the package size, the shipping cost, all of that. So short of doing that, this is like basically the only option that I can find of manufacturers who are willing to make a small enough amount that actually works for like a small business. So I'm likely going to go with some kind of like that type of marker. Which, yeah, when I got my shuttle art markers, I was pumped. I loved them. I hadn't really used many brush markers before that. And now I know that, like, those markers, they're not as good quality as Tombow, but I still really enjoyed them and used them. Oh, yeah, thanks for joining, Jess. Okay, let's do the dates. I'll do pink circle. How many are in a pack? I am not sure yet, Stephanie. That's another decision yet to be made. It's a tedious process, unfortunately. Hey, Quartz. Maddie, we're working on Summer's journal. I can show you the month that we're doing right now. It's a garden tea party theme that we just started yesterday. Just give me a sec. This is the last set of light pink circles I need to color, and then I can show you. Garden tea party. That's what we're working with. And Lisa, who ordered a journal, if you're here, let me know. I'm going to package your journal tonight. I just figured I'd give a few calls to see if Lisa's actually here. And if not, we'll pack it without her because I just want to mail it off to her as soon as possible. But, oh, thanks, Quartz and Maddie. I'm glad you guys like it. I like it too. I wasn't totally thrilled with how it came out at first yesterday, but I think we pulled it off in the end. All right, let's do some stamping. Stamp on the days of the week. Also, my Amy, who works at Contact Crafts and makes these, she just let me know today that they're down to one set of days of the week and one set of months of the year. And they won't be releasing more until I am ready to launch a new collection with them, which we're in the process of packing for a big move with our young family. So it's going to be a while. So just in case any of you like have them in your cart and you're just waiting to pull the trigger, there's apparently one set left of each and many months until a restock, unfortunately. They are in my link tree, yeah. And it says the discount code on there too. I feel like it's Rylee 10 or maybe Rylee Autumn 10 or maybe a 20. I don't really remember, but check for a discount code. I should, but I don't, honestly, Stephanie. Instead, I just, when I'm at a point where they might smear, like over here, I'll use a guard paper. I should wipe them clean though. It's a great observation. But yeah, it does wipe off easily enough. You also can buy just the rubber part and then put it onto your own acrylic stamp block if you don't like this style. I like this style because it stores really nicely. You know, you can stack, like you could even stack your months of the year on top of here, you know, just stack the whole thing and have a nice, it doesn't take up a lot of space on your desk. But the one thing that isn't as great about the days of the week is just the words are so much smaller than, like, she made the months of the year to fill the whole thing so that they're better for like the center of a title page. So they use the same size stamp block, but much smaller text for these, so a lot more ink gets around it, which doesn't happen as much with the months of the year. But yeah, that's the one downside to having them all like stacked together, the months and the days, is that then the smaller ones just have a lot more room for ink around the edges. All right, Thursday. Yeah, I used to always just like print the days of the week for custom journals and only the first 3 letters because I, you know me, I try to be efficient. And so I would just like print all caps, mun, tu, wed, thu, and just like print them all out really quickly. And so I really love these because doing this much calligraphy in this size, like the smaller it is, the more difficult it is for me anyways. I don't know, I've never been as good at the small stuff. And the more time consuming because I'm just like got everything, you know, under a microscope. And so these save me a lot of time to make a much cuter weekly spread. Okay, and the weekly set does include Saturday and Sunday or the weekend option. It also has WKD because there's also an abbreviated version of the days of the week. But anyways, I'm going to use the weekend one since I went with 6 boxes instead of 7. Oh, the days of the week are sold out. Okay. Well, those ones I want her to restock them as is. I just need to chat with her about that because I know she wants to launch a few new collections and do all of the production all at one time. And I'm not sure how long it will be until I'm set for that. But yeah, hopefully sooner rather than later. On that note, what other sets of stamps would you guys like this? I'm not sure. We're still figuring out like if we're going to introduce another size, which I think would be cool to introduce like a square one and then have like stacked calligraphy of the months of the year or something, to give you that option as well. And it doesn't all have to be words. Like she said, I could do doodles too, you know, and make like a theme, where you get like each stack has like one bullet journal theme on it, kind of, you know, like one block would have like a mushroom, one would have a fall leaf, one would have a pumpkin or whatever, you know, and then you just kind of use one stack to make yourself a journal theme. I don't know. That was one of her ideas, which I really like the idea. I've never seen anything like it, but are there any specific sets that you guys would look for? Okay, so we're going back to this day here. So July 31st, 30th, 29th, 28th. 28, 29. All the little animals. Numbers 1 to 31. habit tracker outlines. That's a good idea, actually. I had gotten some like cheap habit tracker outlines one time, but they like honestly just awful quality. I still use them sometimes, but they weren't great. 6. Okay, yeah, so the alphabet, I should show you actually. The alphabet stamps that Contact Crafts does. They're really neat. Okay, let me pull out all my stamps here. I should close my marker while I'm doing this. Okay, so they have these, they call them pegs stamps. So this is, I think, the medium or large size. And then, okay, wait. Yeah, this is large, lowercase, large capitals. This must be medium or small. I don't remember. I have all the sets somewhere, but they're not all here. And yeah, they have requested that I do a font or two for this as well. I'm not sure what type of font I would do because they can't do calligraphy. Like they can't connect one letter to the next seamlessly because of the gap between each stamp when you click them together, you know? So, because that was my idea, was like, that would be so cool if you could make like a calligraphy set where you could actually have the letters connected. I suppose I could do one and there would just be small gaps that you could fill in with marker if you wanted to, but yeah, I don't know. So I could do a set of stamps like that with them as well. That is definitely an option. Just not really sure what font I would do because like these stamps have my heart. Like I feel like for me personally, I do not need another set of alphabet stamps ever in my life. I just love these ones. So if I were to do a set of stamps, I don't know what I would do, you know? I feel like I personally have all that I need, but 11. Those are from Contact Crafts as well, the same site that hosts my Days of the Week and Months of the Year stamps. Okay, now we need to do, so like I said, Summer's journal has 3 different sections. She wants the weekly spreads have 3 different sections. She wants a notes section every week, a shopping list, and a next week. So she didn't specify like which one needs to be biggest, smallest, whatever. I feel like in my head, my tasks section would be biggest. So here's what I'm thinking is maybe like putting a doodle up here to kind of fill this space, putting tasks here, and then splitting this space for shopping list and next week with maybe, I don't know, maybe some washi tape or a small doodle or something over here. But yeah, that is what I'm thinking. Let me see. Just trying to think of what we could do here. What if I brought in this kind of striped wallpaper here, did like stripes, and then like one doodle on top of that, like a bow or something, and August. Yeah, and then down here either do like a candlestick so that it still leaves room to write over here, or just like a piece of washi tape so that it still leaves room. I think I like the sound of that. Bringing those stripes back in would be kind of cute. Let me just figure out. That works. You like that idea? Okay. If Alex likes it, then it's good enough for me. Oh yeah, the habit tracker page. So she wanted a water tracker. So I don't know what her key is going to be. She can write like 1, 2, 3 if she wants to, you know, get up to 3 bottles or whatever it is. And then each day she'll just kind of color, like on the first of the month, she'll color up to 1, 2, or 3, you know, however many she actually fills that day. So that's why there's no key drawn in. Where was I? Oh, here. But yeah, that is her water tracker, and 6 habits is what she wanted space to track. So for those of you who actually use a bullet journal, what is your June theme? Oh, sorry, Stephanie. No, this brown box is actually from Paperwrld. Sorry, I didn't realize that those are some of the ones you were talking about. The pegs ones are from Contact Crafts, and then these are from Paperwrld, which is also linked in my bio if you're interested. But yeah, pretty much, I shouldn't say all of my other stamps because I have lots of stamps that have just been given to me from various places, but Contact Crafts has a lot of like words and letters, and this is my only like alphabet related set that is not from Contact Crafts. All right, I think I'm just gonna do a bow in like this and then write August underneath and just kind of keep moving. Aw, friendship bracelets, that's so cute. I don't think I've ever seen a friendship bracelets theme. You were all over Pinterest today scrambling for a theme. I haven't really set up my June bullet journal yet. Oh wow, Nikki, getting ahead. Beanie poutine queen. Honestly, I'm the opposite. I need one so bad for my planning that like even if I haven't designed it, I'll just like start a page, just write a heading on in my normal writing and just go. The main reason I design it is because I share it on social media. Most of like for me, the biggest purpose is just the planning side. Oh, fun, Maria. Well, remind me, will this be your first one? Oh, cool. Okay, and one more check. Lisa, who ordered a journal, if you're here, let me know. We're going to pack up your journal tonight. I want to give a few calls to see if she's coming so that she can be here for it. Okay, I'm thinking of maybe doing some washi tape down at the bottom just because pink is like one color that I have a very excessive amount of washi tape in. So I'm thinking maybe just throw a little bit of washi tape in at the end. Okay, so we'll do notes over here. Maybe headings in pink and then highlights under them. Okay, Maria. You got this. What do you think? Headings in pink or brown? Or something different? Pink. Pink, pink, pink. Perfect. All right. So let's just write notes. Okay. I want something to support my hand on because this is an awkward, whatever, I'll be fine. I'm going to title her shopping list to buy because that fits a lot better in this margin size than trying to write shopping list. To buy. I need to check my, yeah, notes, shopping list next week. Okay, good. I just wanted to confirm that. And then next. This is another set of stamps that I could make, is just like a bunch of common headings. Notes, tasks, shopping list next week, that kind of stuff. Verlena, I'm not usually live on Fridays. I am considering trying an afternoon live tomorrow. But I'll try to post in my Instagram story. But right now, that's my plan. Unless something else comes up, I'm going to try an afternoon live tomorrow. Okay, Angela. Yeah, just try again. My first few cover pages, I don't know if you were here when I showed them, but not pretty. But it honestly did not take long, just like of consistently practicing and working on it to get a lot better. Oh, thanks, Alex. Last page. Okay. And then for these, I was thinking of just doing highlight lines, but I feel like that might look a little silly underneath this stripe. It would be in the tablecloth color. It's like a very, very light kind of tan. But I don't know, maybe on this side, should I do something different? Like grid or something? I don't know. What do you think? An outline. Nothing. I could do like a fill, like just a block and fill it in. Yes, Anahi, we're still working on August. Right side maybe outline and the stripes. Thank you for the follow, Lexi. Outline and the stripes, left just the outline. Okay. Oh, thank you. I'm not sure if we have space for a ribbon border, you know, because it kind of like twirls around the side, and then if we were to highlight in the middle, that would leave us like 5 dots of highlighted space, which isn't a lot. Filled block. Okay. First comment on this one is just going to win because I don't want to make it a big deal. Rounded corners or corners? I usually round, but everything on this page so far has sharp corners. Rounded, okay. Okay, everyone loves rounded. I know, I'm normally a rounded gal. I just feel like since everything was corners on this page. Match the sharp, oh. You know what, I'm gonna try rounding, and if it doesn't look good, we'll just do it on one page, because we can easily corner out the roundedness, you know? So we'll see how it looks on this page. I think I like it rounded. It doesn't look off to have it rounded. Cool. Okay. And then the next question is, should I do the same kind of blocks over here, or should I do highlight lines on this side? Oh, whoops, wrong way. Moving this way. Same blocks, same blocks, same blocks. You guys are so funny. I'll just get like, it's always exactly the same number. It'll be like 3 people say same blocks and then the next 3 say highlights. Very funny. Well, okay, if it's so torn, I'm going to do highlighted lines because it's quicker. So if it's split down the middle, I'm just going to take the path of least resistance, which is highlighted lines. Alrighty. And I'll add some washi tape on this page afterwards to add a little bit more visual excitement here. And then we'll call it for these spreads. I want to remind myself of what theme we're doing for September. Let me see here. Okay, so for September, we are doing daisies, in case anyone is curious. I haven't done a daisy theme in ages. So for charms, she wanted her initial, an S, and then she wanted a daisy if I have one, which I don't, and a strawberry as her backup. So I'm not going to put them on yet because I am like currently addicted to shopping for charms. Let me show you some of the ones. Actually, I was hoping for you all's feedback on some of these. So I was like, it's very realistic that over the course of, oh, whoops, I just started doing highlight lines there. It's very realistic that over the course of her journal, I acquire some daisies because I just keep looking at different charms. Okay, I got this cute little seashells pack. How adorable. Do you guys like these? I know, Stephanie, that needed to be round. I'll fix it, no worries. I like these, so I'm just gonna add them to my container. Some of the other ones are a little more controversial, so brace yourself. I'll save those ones for the end because some of them do not look how I expected them to. And then these as just like kind of an accent charm. Like I thought this paired with a letter would be super just like classy, you know? Like a little kind of tear-shaped jewel like that with a letter. Very cute. Yeah, Kate, you can get them anywhere. I know, ever since discovering that, I have just been like searching everywhere. So I'm going to keep the sparkles because I like them. Okay. The next ones are like, I'm not so sure about them. These ones are like, it was supposed to be like assorted like gems and kind of like rocks. So some of them are really big. Some of them are smaller. I like them. I like the color variety, but they're not as much of like a total slam dunk in my mind, but I do like them. So anyways, I'm going to keep them. Those are pretty. Okay. Next ones, I am unsure because, okay, so these ones are all the same. So I'll just pull out one. But this, it's like, it's supposed to be a really small heart, but I feel like it's so rounded that you can't even really tell it's a heart, you know? What do you guys think? Like it doesn't really scream heart. It just looks kind of like a blob. I don't know. How do you guys feel about this one? Again, I was kind of looking for like some accent charms because lots of the ones that I got in my initial pack were like really large. So I was looking for like smaller things to pair. Okay. You guys agree? I'm gonna just send these back then because 30-day refund window. Why not? Even though they were probably like $2. Okay. The next ones are definitely the most controversial so far. Pom-pom charms, like little puffs. To be honest, I thought they were gonna be smaller, but I really loved some of the colors. Like this like dusty pink. How cute. This sort of like minty, almost green. These ones, I'm on the fence. They're a lot bigger than I thought they would be. I thought they would be like, I don't know, like the size of a bead with fluff on them, you know? So they're bigger than I expected, but I really love the colors. Like this blue and then like this, I feel like would go so well with the clay color journal that I sell. So I think I'm going to keep these. They're just kind of out there, but I don't know. Some people might order these, maybe. Anyways, I think I'm going to keep those, but I'm not, I don't know. They're bigger than I expected, like I said. Okay, and then these last ones, I think this one was a flop, but let me know. Oh, I can show you. Yes, pom-pom paired with a letter. See, I'm not sure how well these would pair because of the distance from like, you know, it would have to go there, or I would put it on its own ring to make it hang a little bit further, but still I feel like it would kind of make the letter point out. You know what I mean? Instead of hanging flat. Unless I get some like little chains to have the letter like hang down. But I don't know how invested I am in making these pom-poms work. Like, do I want to get chains? But I feel like that's kind of the only way to pair them well. Because like this, it's just going to make the letter stick out. You know what I mean? But maybe if I invest in chains for that at some point, that could work. I think there's only one strap. Oh, like that. Yeah, the 2 bookmarks. That's true. You could do one on each bookmark. I've just been pairing them on the same bookmark. Okay, and then these ones I also thought were going to be smaller. And I thought they were going to be made of like resin. Like in the picture, they were kind of like more jelly looking. These just look like plastic. So I had higher hopes for these. This isn't really like my vibe. You know, some people are super like in the bullet journal niche. Some people are really good with like the little kawaii animals and they're very cute. And I love how those look, but it's just not really something that I ever do for myself. But yeah, they are quite big. Like look how hefty this is hanging on there. So I think I'm going to send these back unless you guys stop me. I'm going to send them back. But yeah, they definitely, in the listing photos, they looked a lot more like, you know, like semi-translucent, like jelly looking resin kind of thing. And then smaller. But okay, I think I'm going to send them back. Okay, I've got a 30-day window to return these. So if someone doesn't order a journal with one of these in like the next 2 weeks, I'm just going to return them because I am not convinced. But yeah, they might be someone's cup of tea. They just aren't mine. Okay, let's keep working here. I need to fix this, round this corner. No big deal. We are so close to being done these weeklies. Oops. So yeah, I'm not going to put the charms on Summer's journal yet because at the rate that I am charm shopping, it is very likely that I will have a daisy in my possession by the time we finish this journal, but I don't right now. So I'm not going to commit to giving her her backup option of strawberry until it's actually time to like pack up this journal or until I get a daisy. Yes, alcohol markers for sure bleed through. I think no matter how thick your paper is, alcohol markers just bleed. So they're not a great fit for bullet journaling. I know some people do use them and they'll literally just glue 2 pages together every time. Or they'll color, or some people use them just for like their cover page. So they'll draw it on a different paper and then glue it in. That I could possibly get behind, but yeah, they're really not ideal for bullet journaling. And then the OBUJO paper friendly markers. I have a set of those and they are water based. So they don't just like instantly bleed all the way through like alcohol markers do, but they are a lot more pigmented and juicy than any of my other markers. So with these markers, like I can do 5 layers of marker and it won't bleed through at all. But with OBUJOs, if I do like 2, you know, if one marker color accidentally bumps into another, it will bleed through. Not like crazy, but yeah. It does bleed through a bit. And no Lisa yet, hey? Lisa, who ordered a journal on Etsy, if you're here, let me know. We're gonna pack it up tonight. Whether you are here or not. And this week's freebies, what do you guys think we should do for a freebie this week? We could do a few rolls of washi tape. We could do a box of markers. Could do the name page freebie. I haven't actually chosen one yet for the week. There are 192 pages in each journal, and they're 160 GSM thick, so they're nice and thick here. Oh, the puzzle piece thing. Okay, that was a close call. That got me last night. Oh, unable to verify. Okay, hopefully this time. There we go. Okay, close call. If I mess up on a page, it totally depends what kind of mistake. I did mess up on the second page in this journal. Over here, I did a line where I wasn't supposed to, and I should have double checked this because it looks like it needs one more layer of fine liner on the white gel pen. So I covered that line in white gel pen and then covered the white gel pen in marker, and then drew what I actually intended to draw on top of that. But yeah, it depends on the size of the mess up. I usually just try to cover it up or turn it into something different if I can. And if I can't, then I will paste paper over top. Either cut out some journal paper from a page at the back and paste it over top, or paste in like some craft paper or washi tape, something like that to cover it up. But usually I can just kind of get away with white gel pen and or turning it into something different. Blobby heart charms freebie. Someone, the lucky next order gets a full bag of blobby heart charms. Yeah, we could do the markers freebie again. Okay, let's do that. So we'll charm Lisa's journal and then choose a pack of markers for her. And any other orders placed on live will also get a pack of markers as well. Oh, that's all of them. Okay, that went quicker than I thought. Let's throw on a few pieces of washi tape. How do you guys feel about washi tape like interrupting daily boxes like this? What do you guys think? I think it's cute, but I don't actually really use washi tape in my own journal. So I don't know if that like makes other people mad because it gets in the way of your writing. I'm gonna put some over here. In the middle is cute. Because I kind of want to put some, like a little bit on each page. You guys think it's better without it? I was gonna add this one too. Layer them. Here, let me show you what I'm thinking. I was thinking of layering the two like this. Okay, so hi, 1, 2, 3, 4. I know you want no washi. I think you're outnumbered at the moment, so I'm just gonna keep going with what I was doing. Oh yeah, no, I wasn't planning to do the pink alone. I agree, it does look like a band-aid. I got this roll of washi tape that was supposed to be like craft paper washi that I thought would be so cute, but yeah, it just looks like band-aids every time I use it, so I don't really use it. But yeah, and the nice thing about washi tape is that it's very easy to remove. So if she doesn't like it, she can just pull it right off and it won't rip her paper. But she did select on her form that she really likes washi tape, so I think she'll be good with it. Since weekend is 2 days. Oh, down low there. Yeah, that could have worked. Whoops. Okay. Done with this one. Oh no, what went wrong? Hi, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Thank you guys for all the likes. Appreciate that. Oh, thank you, Anahi. I'm glad you like it. The one, so yeah, she wants 3 different boxes on every week, which the pro of that is that it doesn't leave as much space for doodles, which makes it faster. But the con of that is also that it doesn't leave as much space for doodles because we can't add as many fun things to the page when we have so many boxes to fit in, but it's whatever. It does move faster, so I don't mind that. Oh, I don't use a ruler either. I'm too lazy as well. Impatient, I would say, is my problem. Tomorrow I am hoping to do an afternoon live, and yes, we'll do September in this journal. Thanks, Anahi. You know, I'm not totally sure how the likes thing works, but TikTok, like in my live recap or whatever, will always tell me like, wow, good job when I get lots of likes. And they'll say, this helps draw new viewers to your live. So I don't know how, but that's what TikTok says that it does, is that it draws new viewers. And there was one live that I did, which most of my lives sit around 100 to 130 people for most of it. Which, I mean, that's great with me because when I started a couple months ago, I was getting 6. But one live, people ramped it up. I had like 30,000 plus likes and there were like 400 people in here. I've never had anything like that other than that one time. So I believe them. I believe TikTok that it helps get the live out to new viewers. But anyways, let me show you where this theme is at. Holds off the need to do the puzzle piece. Oh, then we're for sure doing likes because I hate doing the puzzle piece. I miss it. No, I don't actually miss it that often, but I did yesterday. Yeah, help me get onto the For You page, I think. Yeah, wow, okay, you guys are really ramping those up. Now I feel bad. I was just going to end the live, but I am grateful that you guys are running up my lives. That's how you found me, Stephanie. See, so it was worth it. So I really appreciate the lives. I was literally just going to close, or the likes. I was just going to close the live because it is 10 to 10 and I'm hoping to pack a few boxes for our move before I go to bed. So sorry for your likes to go to waste, but I do appreciate that. And I know someone commented right as I was clicking end the live. Oh, okay, Jess found out too. Okay, so it works. It works. Okay, so let's try this another time. Yeah, ends me on a high note. Somebody commented right as I was closing out yesterday's live to ask for a flip through of the journal that is currently for sale. It's just a 4-month journal that we did together on live. Whoever purchases it does get to choose what type of page they want over here, and I'll just add it in for you. So habit tracker, whatever. All the months currently have a title page and a calendar page, and then they get into the weekly spreads. So that is July, that little vegetable garden theme. August was this little travel theme. There is the calendar, and the weekly spreads for August are my favorite. And then September is when I got my Ohuhu markers that we were talking about, and we did this super vibrant bug theme. And these are the weekly spreads for September. And then just this week, we did October, this little fall festival theme. So I know someone was wanting a flip through. If that was you and you are considering this journal, here's the flip through. We did these little weekly spreads. And I did say we were going to pack Lisa's journal on live, didn't I? So let me pull up Lisa's order. Because I need to pack that tonight either way, because I'm going to the post office in the morning. So I'm going to close up Summer's journal for tonight. We will resume that tomorrow. And let me pull up my order here for Lisa. Oh, here we go. Okay, so she ordered a vanilla journal with an L charm. And I did message her to clarify the color, and I think she said black, but I always second guess and want to double check. Yes, black. Okay. Let me grab a vanilla journal. And we will find a black L for her, and that is the only charm that she wanted. Which I know I need to organize my charms better. I'm just waiting until I move to our new place and I have like an actual little like studio, and then I'm gonna get some cool storage for like charms and washi and just make everything more organized. But for now, I'm just gonna keep digging through here every time someone needs a specific charm. Okay, let's see here. No black L, no black L. No black L. Okay. Oh, I could post a TikTok on the flip through. Or of the flip through. Okay, see, lots of you guys found me through that live. Okay, so it definitely works. There's my black L. I'm pretty sure I haven't used it. I only have one of each in the colored ones until I order more. But I haven't... Did I use the black L? Well, now I look like a fool. I think I must have used the black L because I can't find it. And now that I think about it, does anyone remember Robin when she placed that order for 3 journals with her friends' kids' names? The names were Clara, Leia, and Lucas, and they each had an initial. And now that I think about it, I think Lucas used the black L for his. Ah, sorry, Lisa. Okay, so false alarm. We will not be charming Lisa's journal tonight. Yes, Robin. Okay, that makes so much sense. Yeah, I think only 2 black letters of the alphabet have been taken, so I haven't bothered ordering more because I'm like, they're not that popular. So sorry, Lisa. I'm going to have to message her and offer her a second option. Yeah. Let's put these back. Alrighty. Thank you guys very, very much for joining me for tonight's live and for all the likes. I do appreciate that. Sorry to not take advantage of it and stay on longer so people can find me, but thank you anyways. Whoop, I just put my chair on my phone stand here. How do you order? The link is in my bio. If you're interested in ordering, I've got vanilla journals, clay journals, digital journals, printable journals, whatever you would like in the bullet journal realm, you can find in my Etsy shop, and you can use the code LIVE50 for 50% off. Thank you very much for the follows, for the likes, for all of that. I do plan to be live tomorrow afternoon, which is a bit of a different time for me. So whatever time it is for you right now, about like 8 hours earlier, maybe a little bit later than that. But that's when I hope to be live tomorrow. I do try to announce that kind of thing on Instagram, so feel free to follow me there if you care to know when I'm going to be live, shop updates, all that kind of stuff. I always share on Instagram. And I'll try to get the replay of tonight on YouTube if anyone is interested in catching that as well. Thank you very much for joining, and I hope to see you guys again in a future live to work on summer